I will move on, and I will give floor to the distinguished representative of Japan, His Excellency Mr. Kenichi Suganuma, Ambassador in charge of the Third World Conference on Disaster Risk Reduction, Minister for Foreign Affairs of Japan. You have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Let me highlight 6 issues that Japan attaches importance in a post-HFA framework. The first point is about human security and the participation of various actors in disaster risk reduction. Under disaster conditions, those who have special needs, such as persons with disabilities, the elderly, and children, require specific protection depending on their individual situation. It is therefore important to reflect the voices of various actors and groups in the process of formulating DRR plans and reconstruction plans. The important contribution of women in the reconstruction processes from the Great East Japan earthquake and the Great Hanshin Awaji earthquake has been impressive. In order to build a society resilient to disasters, it is essential to ensure equal opportunity for leadership and the participation of women in decision-making. In disaster risk reduction, it is important to strengthen people-centered efforts to protect and empower individuals and communities. We therefore propose that human security be placed as a guiding principle of DRR activities. The second is about the incorporation of DRR into development agenda. In 2015, the post-2015 development agenda, a navigator for the whole development sector, will be formulated. Disaster risk reduction should be clearly incorporated in this post-2015 development agenda in order to introduce a DRR perspective in every development plan and to mobilize necessary resources for DRR. For that purpose, we should work on the HFA2 and outcomes of WCDRR so that they can input elements of DRR into those post-2015 development agenda. Third, about the structure of the post-HFA framework. The HFA has been a reference that contains concrete actions that DRR practitioners should work on the ground. The post-HFA framework has to maintain consistency with HFA and preserve what has been established through 10 years of implementation and enhance their effectiveness. Therefore, it is expected to maintain the basic structure and key activities of the Hyogo framework. We should avoid introducing undefined concepts and terms, but revise and reinforce the HFA based on the development of international DRR activity and to further promote substantial measures in each country. Without changing the basic structure, we propose that to describe disaster management cycle in a chronological order, namely prevention, mitigation, preparedness, and reconstruction. They should be considered as pillars of priority for actions in the post-HFA framework in order to be easily understood and user-friendly. We need, as the resolution mentioned, a concise, focused, forward-looking, and action-oriented document. Fourth, about Build Back Better. The reconstruction phase is an opportunity to strengthen resilience. Drastic measures such as land use plans and structural measures can be taken after disaster. Countries in the Asian region, particularly being prone to disaster, have practiced these Building Back Better, and this concept should be strongly highlighted. Fifth, the importance of the investment in disaster risk reduction and structural measures. The HFA has greatly contributed to steadily developing non-structural DRR activities. However, structural DRR measures such as investment in disaster risk reduction and in infrastructure reinforcement are indispensable to protect achievement of development efforts and realize sustainable development. Lastly, the need for reliable disaster statistics. It is important to establish reliable disaster statistics under the leadership of each country. Reliable disaster statistics is essential for effective DRR measures such as assessing risks, planning effective measures against disaster by learning from past disaster experiences, measuring cost effectiveness of DRR investment, and securing necessary budget for DRR. The establishment of such reliable disaster statistics is the first step for appropriate and effective DRR. Thank you, Madam Chair.